lead me down the right path. He picks me up if I slip or if I stumble. Said, my child, don't worry, I got your back. He said his only son is a gift to us. Then the gift taught us how to give, showed us how to live. It's wild we can kick it with God, my best friend from the start to the end. Wow, I think it's wild all the time that he spent with me. Now I can spend the same time with you. I sure can. We can make it through the wild, hand in hand. Need a friend, well I got a few. Come on. Greater is he that lives in me. Root of all good, won't ever leave. Help me out the maze, need you every single day. Right now, lead me to the truth. He's why we share our story. Jesus, the King of glory. Presence is all around us. He keeps me safe and sound. He's why we share our story. Jesus, the King of glory. Presence is all around us. He keeps me safe and sound. Alright, we gon' see how good y'all are at following directions. I need y'all to repeat after me. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. Love the Lord your God with all your soul. Love the Lord your God with all your mind. Love the Lord your God with all your strength. Come on, come on, it's the wild life. It's the wild life. It's the wild life. It's the wild life. He's why we share our story. Jesus, the King of glory. Presence is all around us. He keeps me safe and sound. He's why we share our story. Jesus, the King of glory. Presence is all around us. He keeps me safe and sound.
God created me just the way that I am. The way that I am. Oh, no, no. And I can't follow Jesus with all that I am. I can use my gifts and share my story. Spending time with others shows I care. I can grow my faith and understanding. When I talk to God, He hears my prayer. I know there's more to me than meets the eye. And I may not be perfect, that's alright. I know that God loves me, that is not a mystery. 'Cause we're now starting to do great things. Everybody, we are on the case. Let's chase the clues and solve the mystery. Everybody, we are on the case. Oh, 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 oh. 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 God created me just the way that I am. Oh no. And I can't follow Jesus with all that I am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can use my gifts and share my story. Spending time with others shows I care. I can grow my faith and understanding. When I talk to God, He hears my prayer. I know there's more to me than meets the eye. And I may not be perfect, that's alright. I know that God loves me, that is not a mystery, yeah. 'Cause we're now starting to do great things. Everybody, we are on the case. Let's chase the clues and solve the mystery. Everybody, we are on the case. Oh, 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 oh. We're on the case. Oh, 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 oh. We're gonna solve it. Oh, 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 oh. We're on the case. Oh, 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 oh. God loves me.
Yo, Mars, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God in my heart, got my hands up to heaven. Been set apart, got joy in my lungs. Smile so wide, now it's time for some fun. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. Dance like David, ain't afraid of Goliath. Fast like Daniel, don't play with the lions. Dress real clean, cool coat like Joseph. Slave of the land, set him free like Moses. Like Moses, I'm chosen. Yeah, I once was afraid, heartbroken. I was crashing like a wave in the ocean, till I was saved by the word that was spoken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God in my heart, got my hands up to heaven. Been set apart, got joy in my lungs. Smile so wide, now it's time for some fun. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. My amigo, that's my hero. Paid it on the cross, no free throw. Going so 100, no 0. Feeling so alive, hands up, wave 'em high. Clap, clap, clap 3 times. Take 2 steps up, then slide to the right. If you need a friend, you got one in Christ. Take 2 steps back, then jump real high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God in my heart, got my hands up to heaven. Been set apart, got joy in my lungs. Smile so wide, now it's time for some fun. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. Clap 3 times. Now snap, now snap. Take 2 steps up to the front, take 2 steps to the back. If you need a friend, you got one in Christ.
All right, what is up, everybody?
Hi, friends.
Yo, hopefully you guys can hear us and see us, and hopefully you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining us for our Volume 9 of Grow Curriculum launch party. My name is Kenny.
My
this
name
is
is
Elle.
Elle. Hello, we are the co-founders of Stuff You Can Use, who are the creators of Grow Curriculum. And I just can't believe this is Volume 9.
We've been doing this for 9 volumes. Thank you guys for everyone that has been with us from the beginning. We were actually talking to some people earlier in the week who have been subscribed since Volume 1. You guys are amazing. And welcome to all the more recent Grow users out there. Glad you guys are with us.
There's a really important question in the chat.
Ooh, questions in the chat already. Guys, we are monitoring the chat.
Where is your Bills hat?
Ooh, I know. I thought someone would ask. I've got it right here. I thought, yo, let's go no hat. I wear the hat in literally every video you've ever seen.
Thank you, Hatcher.
And so I thought, let's go one without a hat today.
Wow.
So, you know,
breaking
the
when we look at like the launch videos or like our unboxing videos like side by side, the only reason you can tell it's a new volume is because I'm wearing a different outfit, and I barely am wearing a different outfit. It's like a new denim jacket every year.
All right, well guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and let's talk about some of the new things we want to talk about. So obviously we've got Volume 9 that we want to unbox today, but there are other announcements.
We have more secrets that we're going to tell you. We told some of you the secrets on Tuesday if you came to Shh, which is the super secret hideout hangout. Did I get it? I think I got it.
Something like that.
We had a little secret meeting for Grow users. And now we're here to tell the secrets to everybody and not just the insiders.
Yeah. So, okay. So basically, let's show you, if you haven't been to the Grow website today and you're a Grow user, it is completely different. We're going to show you what the new Grow website looks like and what changes are and why we made these changes and how it will be hopefully a nice upgrade for you guys. So, okay.
First of all, I love seeing Stacy and Steve just first thing on the screen in the little video.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's us. That's less exciting. More Stacy and Steve.
We have now transformed the Grow website into the Grow marketplace. So if you are an existing subscriber to Grow, nothing is really changing for you. Volume 9 is coming out today, the full volume. You still can get everything inside of Volume 9 if that's what you want. But as a bonus, as a new feature, you now have access to lots of different resources that did not used to be available. So we're actually going back and we're updating all of the previous volumes and working on new stuff even beyond Volume 9 to continue to add to the marketplace. So what's going to happen is now, instead of just getting volume 9 handed in your hands when you renew, you're going to get credits that equal everything that you normally would get in volume 9.
And let me just explain for people who maybe are new and they're like, what's changing? I don't even use Grow yet. I'm just here lurking. So in the past, the way that Grow has worked is we've kind of like made you a whole annual package of everything you need. It's like all of the curriculum, all the teaching, all the lessons. It is all of the discipleship activities, all of the events, all of the volunteer resources, the parent resources, everything. And we would give you this whole bundle and we would say, here, it's a year's worth of ministry. Now you can like pick and choose and do whatever you want within that, which was great. It gives you a lot of flexibility. If you want it, you can kind of make your own order, develop your own scope and sequence. But the problem is it's contained within a year, you know? So you always have this like the confines of this bundle. And we just wanted to get rid of the confines. And we know that many of you wanted that as well. Because you're like, man, I heard that people did this like really awesome series last year. Can I do it? And we're like, well, no, because it's not in the current
That's
bundle.
an old volume, but guess what? Now we're updating all of our previous volumes, putting them in the marketplace so you can mix and match. So what's going to happen is you, if you're renewing as a Grow subscriber, will get credits. So 13 credits for teaching, and you can choose through not only the volume 9 teaching series, but through previous volume teaching series as well. So when you go to the website, you'll see here, we've got all ages, we've got preschool. If you just want to look at preschool resources, we've got elementary resources and student resources. And so that's another big change actually, is we are now breaking things up even more between not just Grow Kids and Grow Students, but preschool, elementary, and students all as their own resources.
Because some people don't even know that. They don't even know that we've been having the whole preschool curriculum all of these years.
Yeah, preschool has always existed alongside of elementary. So basically, you're going to get 13 credits. And if you want just the volume 9 stuff, you can go to new releases, hit new, and that will just be volume 9 resources. So if you want to go to preschool, volume 9 teaching.
Yeah, wait, look at the preschool graphics. Look how cute they are. These are new. We've never had preschool specific graphics before. And now we do, and I'm in love with them.
So these are what the preschool graphics look like. These are what the elementary graphics look like. So you see it's a little
more aged up,
aged down or aged up, depending on what the age is. But basically, so this is the new marketplace. So, and we're going to get more into this, and we're going to unbox everything inside of volume 9 in just a minute, but we want to talk more about this. So why did we make this change into the marketplace? Well, we talked about it a little bit already, but we want to give you guys more freedom, more flexibility, more control over what resources and series that you get to teach and use in your ministry. So like Al said, maybe you saw something from a previous volume and you're like, oh, I really wanted to use that. Well, you can mix and match now. You can swap a discipleship activity from volume 9, from a previous volume, or a new one that we have coming out later. You can swap a series or an event or whatever you want from previous volumes with volume 9 to make the collection of resources that you want to use this year in your ministry.
Yay.
So we're super excited about it. And of course, if you want to use volume 9 right out of the box, we make it real easy for you. You can go through and look at, preschool teaching, discipleship, events, volunteers, and we have all of this stuff coming. So all of the events are being uploaded.
Yeah, you'll see a few coming soons on some of the resources, but don't worry, they'll be coming very soon.
Yeah. So everything is done. We're just adding it to the website. And actually, there's a couple things that we're still wrapping up that I think are going to be done in May, right? What are the few items in volume 9 that are still being in their final touches?
Pretty much anything that you see that says coming soon, it's my fault. So just go ahead, send me the DMs personally and yell at me. There's a few volunteer and parent resources that are still coming. A few planning resources and one student series. And I think that should be it. But everything else is in there.
Our team has been working so hard. It takes literally hundreds of people to create a volume of Grow.
So many.
And let's just mention the Grow strategy real quick for the people that are new or not familiar. So we actually break all of our resources into these categories: teaching, discipleship, events, volunteers, families, leadership/planning, and then we also have music. So now we have all of our music in the marketplace
all those
as well.
Cool songs you were bopping to in the countdown.
Exactly.
Right there.
And so we're super excited just to give everybody access to all of this stuff now that never, once a volume was kind of passed, it was gone. It was like no longer available. So now all this stuff is going to be available to you guys.
Yeah. And the cool thing about this new marketplace, and folks are asking about this, is in our old model of Grow, you kind of had to choose between like Grow Basic and then like the regular Grow. And people in the basic version didn't have any access at all to our volunteer resources, our parent resources, or our events. They were just like walled off in a separate universe that you never even got to see. But now with this new model, you can access those if you want to. So you get all of those credits that Kenny talked about, and you can spend them on whatever you want. So if you just want like a pack of volunteer meetings, or you want like an open house event guide for parents or something like that, that you couldn't see before, you can now see it and you can access it and you can get it.
Yes,
So
that was
wonderful.
one of the biggest questions we were getting was like, hey, I'm subscribed to Grow Basic. It really is just the teaching and discipleship, but I want the volunteers. I want some family stuff. So now we've opened that up. So anybody on any subscription can use your credits for any resource. So you're teaching, the credits that you get will be equal to the resources in your current subscription. So like if you're a basic user, you'll get credits that equal like teaching and discipleship, but you can use those for anything. So anything you see in the marketplace, you can use those credits for. So you're still paying for the same amount of resources, but now you have the flexibility to pick and choose across not only multiple volumes, but all the categories of what Grow offers.
And for those of you who like just being told what to do, like give me these series, give me these discipleship activities, we've got that for you as well. So somebody asked, yes, we do still have documents like that where we will give you access to like all of the things. So you can see what our recommended scope and sequence is for every year. So either way, we will hold your hand the whole way if you want to, or we will let you run free in the marketplace, whatever you prefer.
All of the same planning resources will be available. The scope and sequence will be available. And we're finishing all that stuff up right now, and it'll all be in the marketplace very soon. So what you'll see over the next few months is, well, in the next couple of weeks, you'll see all of volume 9 be finished and wrapped up in there. Most of it, like 90% of it should be in there right now. And then over the summer, you'll see all of the previous volumes, or at least the ones that we're working on, and we'll continue to add more and more of the previous resources and series, updating them, putting them, making sure they're ready for the new marketplace and ready for you guys to use now. So if we wrote them like 10 years ago or whatever, you know, we're updating them, making sure they're ready and good to use in your ministry today. Okay, and then one last thing before we start unboxing volume 9, I did want to mention too, to our existing users is do not worry. Your pricing is grandfathered in. So if you guys subscribe to Grow Basic or had a discount or whatever it was in the past, or whatever subscription you were on, that price will not change for you with this new shift. Don't worry, nothing is changing for you guys. You guys are grandfathered into everything as it used to be. Now we're just opening things up and giving access to more resources to more people.
We'll get into more of like the details of the marketplace like toward the end of this, but I did just want to say John Burton said it would be so nice to filter based on books of the Bible. John, guess what? I don't know if it's up now because we have to like add a bunch of tags, but you will be able to do that.
Let's see.
You search for search for Genesis.
If we go to Bible, okay, we got Old Testament and New Testament. If we go to kids topics, we have all the kids topics in here.
So our kids topics are more like based on the books of the Bible. So in the kids world, it's a lot easier. But in students world, we have to kind of go in and tag each series like with the books of the Bible. And I just don't think we've done that yet, but we are doing it. So.
And we can also add to the descriptions if they're not already there. Let's see if we type in Genesis. What happens?
Can you spell it? You did.
Yeah, I did spell it. So We Are Family comes up. I don't know if that's definitely not the only series
it's because
that has
one's
Genesis
it's like
it.
in the series.
Yeah.
So anyway, John, we got you.
We'll make sure it all works. And this is great. As we hear feedback from you guys, we are going to continually make the new marketplace better and better. So we want to hear from you guys. What are the features, the functionalities, even what are the new resources, which is cool about this marketplace. It gives us now the flexibility to create and add new resources all throughout the year for you guys to use. And so tell us what you want. I know, Elle, you've even had some ideas for things that we're cooking up right now. Go ahead, tell us.
So the cool thing about this is that we can start putting resources in there that like we just didn't really have space for before. And so people have asked for things like baptism resources or like graduation resources for your seniors, all sorts of stuff. So we're excited to start putting those kinds of things in there. Even just like little things that we started experimenting with are like, we put a ton of like thank you card designs in your volunteer and parent sections, or like birthday cards, just like random like little things that would be useful in ministry that we just didn't have like space for before, and now we can. So we're just going to be dumping all
tell
sorts
us
of
what
fun
you want.
things in
Tell
there.
us what you want, and we are on it.
Please tell us.
Okay.
If you are new to Grow, this is real. Like, we want to know what you want. We are here to solve your problems, to give you things. So please make your requests known. We do listen, and we love to hear what you want.
All right. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too, I think there's some questions coming in. The one thing I wanted to say, let's just demo this real quick.
Okay.
I do want to get to the unboxing.
Right, we'll get to volume 9.
We're going to unbox volume 9 real quick.
Jazzed about
so
this
a couple
marketplace.
things. People are like, hey, I don't see the stuff I already purchased my previous volume. So the old user dashboard still exists. If you go to this drop-down menu here and you go to Dashboard Classic, that will take you to the old user dashboard. So you can access all of your old volumes and stuff there. And then you'll also see it added to your library. Once you log in, here, I'll log in real quick and show you. Let's see. Log me in.
I love
all
reading
right.
the chat. So you guys are all crazy.
And you can click this little button here that says My Library, and you'll see all of the stuff that you've previously purchased already in your library. And so if you're renewing and you're a full subscriber, everything inside of families and volunteers will already be in your library. And then you'll have credits to choose between events, discipleship, and teaching, everything else that you want. And you can also choose from leadership stuff and music and all of that. So, okay, that answers that question. I think I saw one other person ask about discounts. Of course, one of the things we've always said, and we're not shying away from this, is we never want money to be the issue from a church leader getting access to Grow. So if your church can't afford Grow, or you don't have the budget for it or whatever, please let us know. We will work with you and work out a budget to make sure that you can get access to curriculum and resources to use in your church, because this is why we do it. We are doing this to help serve you guys as church leaders. And so please let us know if you need some kind of scholarship. Let us know what resources you want. We are here to make you happy. All right. So our team has been working so hard on volume 9. And we are going to unbox it for you right now.
I'm excited.
We have, it takes over a year to create a volume of Grow.
Yeah, we start in like February, usually. January, February.
And like of the previous year.
The previous
so
year.
like it's been like 15 months. And like Elle said, you can blame her for anything that's still not done yet. So it's even more than over a year.
I literally have my laptop here, and I just had to close out of InDesign because it was burning through my battery.
But we're going to show you everything. So we always create these unboxing videos. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to play you just the portion of it for kids and then for students that unboxes all of the new teaching series, all of the new discipleship activities, the events, and talks about the family and volunteer resources as well. So we're going to play you the Grow Kids Volume 9 unboxing video.
Yay.
Let's do it. It's like 8 minutes. So check out everything we have, and then we'll be back to answer questions and talk more after this. And then we'll be unboxing Grow Students Volume 9. Here we go.
Bye.
Okay, let's dive into this year's teaching content. Now, Grow Kids includes separate but aligned lessons for both preschool and elementary kids. And to help you tailor your lessons specifically to every age group, every series in Grow Kids also comes with a set of toddler hacks, preteen hacks, and accessibility hacks for kids with disabilities. And all of that is going to help you make it easier to minister to any kid who walks through the doors of your church. Each year, Grow Kids curriculum gives you 52 weeks of lesson in all, broken into 12 total series. Plus, there's the bonus series called Blast Off for those of you who are starting Grow for the first time.
Now, with the Grow Marketplace, you can mix and match lessons across our entire library of teaching series to build and customize your scope and sequence for elementary or preschool kids to fit your ministry. Or if you want to make things a little bit easier for yourself, you can just use all of our suggested series for Volume 9. All right, and here they are.
Blast Off is the series that we recommend you start with if you are brand new to Grow Kids. It walks kids through Grow's 4 spiritual habits to help them grow closer to Jesus. But if you're not new to Grow, then you'll get started with Timeless, a series from the Old Testament prophets where kids are going to explore how God's messages are timeless. In Season covers the Psalms and how kids can worship God in every season of life. Then in Now You See Me, we will explore Daniel's life and how his choices helped reveal who God is.
Then we've got Top Secret, a series all about Esther's journey to becoming queen before we jump into our Christmas series, Follow the Star. From there, we'll turn to Jesus' early life and ministry in our series, Extraordinary.
Trailblazer is a series about Jesus' teachings and the path that he set for us, while You're Invited focuses on Jesus' ministry. Then for Easter, we've got a series called Clue that's all about following all of the clues in the Bible to learn about who Jesus is. And after that, there is True Story, which is all about the incredible stories of the early church.
As we wrap up the year, we have In the Beginning, which is all about creation in Genesis. And then we'll close it out with We Are Family, which is a look at Abraham and his family.
Now let's talk about what's included with all of this curriculum. It would take us a really long time to unbox every single resource and feature that we've packed into Grow Kids Volume 9, but here is a quick glimpse into the kinds of things that you'll get in every series.
Every week of teaching comes with both a large group lesson and small group questions and activities, and every series also comes with memory verses, coloring pages, a discipleship guide, illustrations that you can use during your Bible story time, tons of handouts and printables for both kids and parents, bumper videos, countdown videos, editable graphics, parent and volunteer emails, shopping lists, music suggestions, room designs, games, series promotional materials, and super engaging teaching videos for every week of the curriculum. All new Callie's World Bible stories for preschoolers, and all new Grow TV teaching videos for elementary.
Okay, that was a lot, but that is because your teaching is really, really important. But now let's take a quick peek at what is included with our volunteer strategy. Now, for your volunteers, we give you a volunteer kickoff event, a ton of different volunteer meeting guides, and a library of volunteer tip videos that you can share with your volunteers. We also have new monthly volunteer celebration ideas, volunteer t-shirt designs, tons of editable volunteer tools, group discussion guides, one-on-one conversation guides, and an updated volunteer communication plan. We believe so much in your volunteers, which is why we try to make it as easy as possible for you to train and equip and support your amazing volunteer team using Grow Curriculum.
Okay, now let's talk families. Like our volunteer resources, we try to make it super easy for you to connect with and partner with families using Grow. Every year, we give you a few event guides for things like an open house, a parent and small group leader breakfast, and a parent workshop event. This parent workshop includes everything you need to create a training environment for adults around our theme this year, which is spending time with God. Your parents will walk away with practical steps and strategies to build spiritual habits at home. And one cool feature about this training is it aligns with both Grow Kids and Grow students, so you can partner up and do this event together if you want to.
We also have a library of parent tip videos for you, updated content for parent discussion groups, tons of editable parent tools, and an updated parent communication plan. We've also updated our parent celebrations, parent meeting guides, and parent conversation guides for those times that a family needs help and you need help figuring out how to navigate those tough conversations.
Now, on to our events. Every volume of Grow comes with 5 events for you to pull off in your kids' ministry. And if you want to swap or mix out events from our library, you can find them all inside the brand new Grow Marketplace.
With Grow Kids, you'll get 4 quarterly events plus a VBS. This year, we are including a super fun game event called Opposite Day, where kids will compete in all sorts of weird, upside down, and backward activities. In the winter, we've got Winter Wonderland, an Alice in Wonderland-inspired event with all sorts of wintry Christmas fun. In the spring, we're doing a really fun crafty event called Tie-Dye Everything, including Easter eggs if you want to make it Easter-themed. And for the summer, an event for the whole family and your whole community too, called Family Fest. Plus, we have a library of different VBS options for you to choose from every single summer. And each one of our events comes with things like instructions to help you pull everything off, editable graphics, flyers, shopping lists, printables, crafts, decorating ideas, games, and so much more.
All right, we're almost done. Only 2 more areas to mention. So let's talk about our discipleship strategy. In Grow, we split the year into 4 quarters and spend each quarter focusing on one of our 4 spiritual habits. For our spiritual habit of spending time with others, we're giving you everything you need to make conversation cubes. These DIY dice gamify conversations and get kids talking about everything from their silliest hobby to the most important people in their lives. For the habit of using your gifts, we're providing everything you need to do a holiday service project called Community Care Kits. With this activity, you'll partner with a local organization that you believe in, and kids will get a chance to gather donations in lots of fun and generous ways.
For the habit of spending time with God, we created an activity called the Trailblazer Journal, which gives kids challenges and activities all designed to go along with this year's Easter series that's called Trailblazer. And for the spiritual habit of sharing your story, we're providing an activity called the True Story Challenge, which goes along with our series on the early church that's also called True Story. In this challenge, kids are going to get a scribble-style journal that's going to help them think about and communicate who Jesus is to them and how God wants to use them in the world.
The last area we need to talk about is your weekly environments. Inside every teaching series from Grow, you'll find all of the ideas that you need to make the themes that go along with the teaching series really come alive in your ministry. So you'll get music suggestions, worship playlists, editable graphics, videos to play, Pinterest boards full of fun and creative ideas for decorating, giveaways, decor, props, prizes, and so much more. Plus, the Grow Games app gives you the ability to filter our library of like 700 something games by topic, theme, and age groups that you are never without a fun, on-theme game to play in your environment. All right, that was Grow Kids Volume 9 unboxing.
Yay.
So excited. Guys, thank you so much to the people who have worked on all these resources for real. I know it takes a lot of work. We have people that are doing all-nighters, pulling all sorts of stuff to get this done and in your guys' hands out there. So thank you to the team working all this. All right, we've had some questions in the comments that we're going to talk a little bit more about our family and volunteer resources. Then we're going to unbox Volume 9 of Grow Students. So Elle, tell us, what are some of the questions that we're seeing?
Okay, so some folks are wondering about preschool. Like, is that a separate purchase from elementary? How does that work? And also, how is that different for like old users?
Yes. Okay. If you are an existing user, if you're an existing subscriber to Grow, like have an active subscription, then you get preschool and elementary. Nothing changes. You get it all. Just make sure you talk to our customer success team and they'll make sure to hook you up with both. And then if you are a new subscriber, you have the option. We kind of broken it apart now, so you can buy or get just the preschool stuff. You can get just the elementary stuff. And we're going to talk more after the student unboxing about our subscription plans and our pricing and how the credits work in a little more detail. But basically, if you're an existing subscriber, you get it all. If you are a new subscriber, now you have the choice between preschool, elementary, and students. And then I saw another question earlier I wanted to address from somebody who asked, hey, okay, if I have used Grow for 4 volumes, do I need to like exchange credits to get all of those old series
do I need to rebuy
into my library?
That I used to have?
Right. No. If anything that you have purchased in the past will automatically be added to your library as we add it to the marketplace. So like I showed earlier, I demoed a little bit. The old user dashboard is still available. So you can access everything in the old user dashboard through the menu dropdown. And then in the new marketplace, anything you've ever purchased in the past will be added to your library. You won't need to use credits to get it. It'll just automatically appear there once it gets into the new marketplace.
That'll be a fun side-by-side game you can play, pulling up the old one and the new one and be like, oh wow,
yeah, because
because
the stuff in the marketplace is actually updated. So any of the old series and old resources from previous volumes, we're actually going through them. That's why we're not just shoving them all into the new marketplace. We're taking our time, updating them, making sure everything from the past is usable right now in current times.
So because if you've been with Grow, then you might know like our documents, like the actual like way that you find files has kind of changed from like year to year. No more. Anything new that we are publishing is using the exact same template. So no matter what series you pull up, you know exactly where to find things. Everything's organized the same way. And then also there's just some series that are like old and we're just going to blow these up and redo them. So you're kind of getting like a brand new series in some cases. So
and added
there you go.
consistency
love
across the board,
consistency.
and new content, updated content. We're super pumped. Okay, what other questions should we address?
Okay. Somebody is requesting a centralized area where they can see the scope and sequence for every volume, which is a great thing. We don't have that right now, but we can make that.
Yeah. So right now we have, I don't even know, like maybe 2 or 3 volumes worth of material in the new marketplace. And if not in there right now, like it's being currently worked on, will be there in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So even having a full scope and sequence for everything doesn't make sense yet, but as we do add more, it does make sense to be able to see kind of where each series would fit into a scope and sequence depending on the month or the topic. So we will create documents like that for you as those series become available in the marketplace. Great question, great idea. And like, we want to hear these ideas. Like we said, like, give us your ideas. We will create the documents for you.
You tell us what you want.
We'll create the resources to make it as user-friendly and easy for you as a church leader. We know like the last thing you need is to be frustrated with like your curriculum or like whatever resources you're using when you already have so many other things on your plate that you have to address as a church leader. So we will try our best to make this experience as easy as possible for you.
Speaking of overwhelm, there was somebody, I lost their comment, was just talking about how they're switching to Grow for the first time and how like overwhelming it can be to switch to a new curriculum. It's like a whole new system to learn. It's like new stuff that you need to like train your team on. So I just wanted to tell you, we have so many things inside of Grow that are built for helping you like transition to a new curriculum for the first time. So a couple of those things. Inside our volunteer resources, we have a volunteer kickoff event and we have a pack of volunteer meetings. And both of those resources have a walkthrough of the whole Grow strategy that is meant for your volunteers. So it's like a vision casting kind of thing where you go through, every area of ministry and just cast that vision for your volunteers. Then for you personally, we have our whole planning section, which is like right now it's called leadership. And we're going to be adding more to this very shortly. So you're going to, 2 resources that are going to get added that you're going to want to look at is number 1, our strategy guides. So our strategy guides, it's like a PDF that is going to walk you through step by step how to think about the Grow strategy and how to like just get onboarded with it. And then also we're adding a annual planning meeting guide, which is this. If you've seen like those big calendars that we often build, they were in like the videos that we were watching. It's going to be a resource that teaches you and your team how to build your own strategy calendar. And those are all free. All of our planning stuff is free, just to kind of help you, get off on the right foot.
Yes.
And if you need anything else, you just tell us, because there's probably tons of resources we already have that would help you, like cast vision and just get situated using a new curriculum. And we would love to point you in the right direction.
Exactly. And Grow was birthed because, we were church leaders trying to develop our own strategies, trying to develop our own systems. And we thought, man, it would be really helpful if we could actually share calendars and systems and strategies with church leaders, not just hand them resources, but actually develop a strategy and a system that goes along with it. So we've got planning videos, like Elle said, we have resources and calendars, all to help onboard you and to help think about like, okay, how do I plan an entire year of ministry? And that's why we break things into those categories, not just curriculum, but the discipleship resources and the events that you're going to need to do in your ministry throughout the year, the family resources you're going to want to use to engage with families, the volunteer resources to train and equip the volunteers in your ministry. So we've tried to give you as much as you possibly could need for an entire year of ministry and beyond. So hopefully, and then we're also creating brand new tutorials as well for like how to use different parts of the new website, how different things work. We have other software tools we haven't even talked about. We probably won't even talk about much today, but I'm going to show you real quick. We have these tools. If you go to the homepage and you scroll down, if you're new to Grow, you might not know about these. But if you are an existing, and here's a section you're going to want to check out on the homepage. It's how to plan an entire year of ministry. So we break that down for you really quickly in under 5 minutes, how to use the Grow strategy to plan an entire year. And then here's some of the tools. We have the Grow lesson builder. This is a drag and drop lesson builder. Every single one of the Grow lessons are inside of this. And you can edit it, you can drag around different modules, add modules. It makes it really easy for editing your messages, sharing them with the volunteers and the other people on your team. and also using it as a teaching tool. Like I used to, and still do, like pull it up on my phone and use the notes right there. So that's super cool. Grow Slides is a cloud-based presentation software, which is a fancy name for just saying you can put your slides and videos on any TV using an Apple TV or a Roku or a Fire Stick or any of those streaming platforms that connect to TVs or screens. So we have an app for that, and you can use all of that, which is included. If you are a subscriber to Grow, if you have an active subscription, you get all of this stuff for free. Otherwise, you can subscribe for like $9 a month to any of these. And then Grow Hubs is a communication platform where you can communicate to volunteers or parents or whoever you want to create little communication hubs for. It has a calendar. It has like a Facebook feed. It has a way for you to add not only your events to the calendar and things like that, but to add documents and notes and have conversations with people through Grow Hubs. All of our music, our games app, our habit tracker, you know, if you want
just like
kids,
to give you so many things.
Yeah. So basically
all the treats.
We have a whole suite of tools that you can check out and investigate, and hopefully that will be super helpful for your ministry.
In a lot of those tools, all of the Grow content is already preloaded in them. So like lesson builder, hubs, all that stuff, you'll find it already in there. So all you have to do is like edit if you want to, and then send it off and you're good to go.
Yeah. And I'll mention this too before we move on, but I mentioned that all of those tools, all of these tools are free if you're a subscriber. So if you're an existing subscriber, you already know this and you have access to them. And then if you want to subscribe to Grow Now, you get credits, either like a monthly subscription or an annual subscription for a certain amount of credits. We're going to talk more about these later, but if you subscribe, you get all of the tools for free as well that we just mentioned.
Yay.
So we are just trying to hook you guys up and let us know how we can improve these tools. Let us know how we can make your life as a ministry leader easier and give you what you need to make it happen.
Kenny, some questions about the Grow app. What do you want to say about the Grow app?
The Grow app. All right. Well, the Grow app is actually getting a facelift and getting some new functionality. So
is this the one we thought about deleting it, and then everybody was like, "No, I want the app." And we said, "Okay, fine, you can have the app."
We are sunsetting the old app. So
yes,
the old app is actually going away, and we're replacing it with a new app that is tied directly to the lesson builder. So what's cool about that is you can create content in the Grow Lesson Builder, whether it's lessons, whether it's announcements, whether it's anything you want, and you can now send it directly through the Grow app. So I actually, off the top of my head, don't think it's ready yet. It's something we're currently working on, but the new Grow app will be coming over the summer before the school year, definitely. I think we're planning on having it done sometime in June, I believe, which will give you plenty of time before the school year starts. And you can start loading all of your lessons in there, loading any other things. If you want an announcement feed, you can do that through the Grow app. But basically, it'll be a way for you to deliver small group questions, lessons, messages, announcements, anything through the Grow app that you want to give directly to your people. So I don't have any screenshots to show you, but it'll be really simple. You just kind of get your leaders to log in or put in a little code that has your feed in it, and it'll send all of your content to the people that you want having it.
So much love in the chat for all of the tools right now. Everybody's very jazzed about the tools.
We work hard on these tools, and we are continually improving them. So this whole last year, we've kind of, if you've been with us, you've seen us go through some upgrades to them, helping make it more user-friendly, helping adding features. Like we said earlier, we're listening to everything you guys say. We just want to create tools and resources that make your life easier. So I'm glad you guys like them. We are working hard and we continue to improve them, and we've got more ideas coming. So
also, Trenton is upset that you just really glossed over the Grow Games app.
Yeah. Well, there's so much to talk about.
Games. I know there's so much.
We have not even
the Grow Games app
is
students
yet.
I know we have so much to do.
But okay, I'll just mention it real quick for the Grow Games fans out there. So the Grow Games app. Now, this was something that was birthed years ago.
At least twice.
Yes.
Now.
Well, when I was a middle school pastor, before anything, we had a website that was just all games, and we were just playing games in our ministry, adding games. I was making videos every week of the games we were playing, and that has kind of continued. And now we have over 500 games in the Grow Games app. You can kind of see here, I can kind of zoom in a little bit, but all of these games, we've got star ratings from people that have used them. You can filter different things. You can search for different keywords. There is
Steven in the chat is probably really happy that you're talking about this because this was Steven's life
Yes.
this year. Is getting the Grow Games app.
Steven wants to hear more Grow Games talk. He is our official Grow Games employee plus a million other things. But yeah, thank you, Steven, and everybody else. Okay, let's actually move on to Grow students. We need to unbox some things here. This is a volume 9 unboxing party. So we're going to unbox Grow Students Volume 9, and we'll be back in like 7 minutes. So here you go.
Okay, let's dive into this year's teaching content. Now, every year, Grow Students gives you 50 weeks of teaching. And this year, all of that is broken into 13 total series. And now, with the Grow Marketplace, you can actually mix and match lessons across our entire library of teaching series to build and customize your very own scope and sequence. Or if you just want to make things really easy for yourself, you can just use the ones that we suggest for Volume 9. And here they are.
Wonder is a series from the book of Psalms all about worship. And Stick Together is a study on how to be and find a godly friend. And Even Still, our Hurt and Pain series, will look at the life of the prophet Jeremiah to discover how God is with us even when life is challenging.
Then we've got After You, which is a series on learning to love and serve the people around us. And then in our Christmas series, which is called Unexpected, students will hear all about the gospel and see how this unexpected gift really changed the world. Then in Made to Be, we'll focus on helping students discover their unique identities and how God has made them.
After that, we've got Find Your Way, our spiritual growth series, where students will explore Matthew's gospel and the teachings of Jesus. Next, we have Unbelievable, our series in John's gospel that's all about doubt and questions. For Easter, we've got a 2-week series called More Life, followed by a series called Another Look that's all about discovering who Jesus is.
Next, we have a series on evangelism and sharing the good news that's called Reputation. Following that, we have a series called In Repair to help students discover justice and how to help fix what's been broken in the world around them. And then finally, we have We Are Family, which is a series that's all about Abraham and his family and also our families too.
Now let's talk about what's included with those 50 weeks of curriculum. Every single week of teaching is formatted to be taught in either a sermon, discussion, or both, and those discussion questions are actually separated by middle school and high school, so you can choose the format that best fits you and your students. Every single series also comes with 3 sets of hacks to help you tweak the content for specific audiences, so you'll get middle school hacks, high school hacks, and accessibility hacks for kids with disabilities to make sure that you have everything you need to meet the needs of those specific groups of teenagers. And every series also comes with monthly memory verses, a discipleship guide, daily devotionals your students can access through the Bible app, bumper videos, countdown videos, editable graphics, parent and volunteer emails, and 1-minute sermon videos for every single week of the curriculum.
Okay, that was a lot, but that is because your teaching is really, really important. But now let's take a quick peek at what is included with our volunteer strategy. Now, for your volunteers, we give you a volunteer kickoff event, a ton of different volunteer meeting guides, and a library of volunteer tip videos that you can share with your volunteers. We also have new monthly volunteer celebration ideas, volunteer t-shirt designs, tons of editable volunteer tools, group discussion guides, one-on-one conversation guides, and an updated volunteer communication plan. We believe so much in your volunteers, which is why we try to make it as easy as possible for you to train and equip and support your amazing volunteer team using Grow Curriculum.
Okay, now let's talk families. Like our volunteer resources, we try to make it super easy for you to connect with and partner with families using Grow. Every year, we give you a few event guides for things like an open house, a parent and small group leader breakfast, and a parent workshop event. This parent workshop includes everything you need to create a training environment for adults around our theme this year, which is spending time with God. Your parents will walk away with practical steps and strategies to build spiritual habits at home. And one cool feature about this training is it aligns with both Grow Kids and Grow students, so you can partner up and do this event together if you want to.
We also have a library of parent tip videos for you, updated content for parent discussion groups, tons of editable parent tools, and an updated parent communication plan. We've also updated our parent celebrations, parent meeting guides, and parent conversation guides for those times that a family needs help and you need help figuring out how to navigate those tough conversations.
Okay, now on to our events. Every volume of Grow comes with 7 events for you to pull off in your ministry for students. And if you want to swap out or mix events from our library, you can find them all inside the brand new Grow Marketplace.
With Grow students, you'll get 4 quarterly events, a summer camp, and a mission experience. This year, that includes an all-nighter called The Great Escape. It is an event where your students are going to work together to solve puzzles and then race against the clock to break out of some really amazing escape rooms.
Then we've got a really fun This or That Christmas party. That's a giant, completely original Christmas party that your students design in the moment by choosing one idea over the other. Then there's a weekend retreat, which comes with its own series called Just Like You, a super fun summer event inspired by our favorite youth ministry game, the Dodgeball Dance Party, a 5-day summer camp with a summer camp teaching series called To the Max, and a missions experience guide that we talked about.
All right, we are almost done. Only 2 more areas to mention. So let's talk about our discipleship strategy. In Grow, we split the year into 4 quarters and then spend each quarter focusing on one of our 4 spiritual habits. In the fall, when we focus on spending time with others, we're giving you the Stick Together Challenge, which goes with our series Stick Together, to help students invest in their relationships. In the winter, we will help you help students use their gifts by serving their communities and learning about food insecurity with the After You service project, which pairs really well with our series After You. Then for the spring, we've got the Recharge Quiet Time prompts. These cards are going to really help students create space in their lives for spiritual habits as they spend time with God on their own. And then lastly, for the spiritual habit of sharing your story, we are providing an activity called the Tell Me More Conversation Starters. These conversation prompts are going to help spark spiritual conversations between your students and their friends and their families.
The last area we need to talk about is your weekly environments. Inside every teaching series from Grow, you'll find all of the ideas that you need to make the themes that go along with the teaching series really come alive in your ministry. So you'll get music suggestions, worship playlists, editable graphics, videos to play, Pinterest boards full of fun and creative ideas for decorating, giveaways, decor, props, prizes, and so much more. Plus, the Grow Games app gives you the ability to filter our library of like 700 something games by topic, theme, and age groups that you are never without a fun, on-theme game to play in your environment.
All right, that is Grow Students Volume 9.
I'm so happy. And it
Yes.
seems like you guys are excited, which I'm happy about because I too am excited. I love this volume. It's so delightful.
Yes. All right. So many questions in the chat coming through. Elle, hit us up. What are the
Yeah.
people asking? And
Let's see.
we're going to stick
Mhm.
around for as long as you guys have questions. We're going to walk through a little bit of the credits and how they work and the
Mhm.
pricing plans and stuff. But let's get to your questions first, and then we will
Yeah.
walk you through the rest of that details.
Well, one important question, Kenny, is you seem to be saying the word birthing a lot.
Yes.
And so one of the questions from Heather is this an unboxing or is
this
a
is a
birthing?
birthing. This is the Volume 9 birthing. I guess,
Gross.
yeah, I don't have any kids of my
Congrats.
own. These are my only
These are
kids,
my-
are all the volumes
9
of
children.
Grow. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Also,
Very-
the games app, all of the apps and softwares,
Yeah, those are
all
all
of my
your
kids.
babies.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's wonderful. Also, from Heather, a question of was Reputation is Taylor Swift waiting for Reputation to release her album? I think honestly the answer is yes. And those are the only real questions about student ministry curriculum. I think everybody else was just happy to hear it. No questions. Hand
Nice.
it over.
Okay. Was there anything
that's great.
else that was not specific to students?
Yes, we're going to kind of go back into just like dabble with a variety of questions that you've asked. This is kind of student adjacent though. Somebody asked, because I don't know if you all know this, probably not, but once upon a time, we had for 2 years, we had adult/young adult curriculum. And someone asked, is that going to come back? And the answer is I think it will. I think it's going to come back.
We are going to add it to the marketplace once we're able
Mhm.
to kind of get some other stuff updated.
Yes.
It's not the highest priority we have, but since
it's
now
there.
we have this like marketplace style where we're not
Mhm.
committed to creating like full volumes of everything that we would like in the past. It was just too much
was too
work
much.
to create a full volume of the young adult stuff.
Yes.
It wasn't as popular as the
Mhm.
kids and the student resources. So we kind of put
And
it
our
on the shelf.
and our videos were bad.
Well,
so.
and it's just a little insider tip. It's hard to make videos. It
It's
is
so
expensive.
hard.
It's hard. It takes a lot of work. So
Everybody who saw press play is like, yeah, it's new.
so we have all of that material that we are going to add to the marketplace for the young adult stuff. And then we'll, potentially make more depending on what the demand is. But all the stuff that we previously had made for young adults, we will get it in the marketplace sometime in the near future.
And actually, if you're watching this and you're like, I want young adult curriculum, just like drop us a message and tell us what exactly you want. Like, do you need a video curriculum, or like, do you not need a video curriculum? Just tell us what you want, and that will help us when we get to that phase of development. Okay, great, wonderful. There's that. Let's see. Somebody asked this is going back to kids ministry people. Someone asked, are we going to delete the old videos with Carl in them?
No,
Kenny?
we are not.
No, we're not deleting
Carl videos
No.
exist, so you can
We
go
would
back.
never delete Carl.
You can go back and repurchase or purchase for we can't repurchase them. If you
Yeah.
already have them, you still have them,
You
but
still
you
have
can
them.
go get the Carl videos.
Well, and we're going to
if you want them.
republish those series once we update them, and we will still have Carl.
Yes.
We won't record
Yes.
over Carl.
But we are so excited about the new videos. Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
we love the
Stacey
team
and
that
Steve
we're
are so
working with.
cute.
Yes, they're amazing. Ruel and the Art Kids team is amazing. They make all of our music, or at least most of our music. They make our preschool videos, our elementary videos. They're amazing. And actually, let me just show you real quick the music. We didn't really talk a lot about it earlier, but all right, here we are. If you go to music, you can now see all of the music in the marketplace, and you can preview all the songs. So before you buy them, you can kind of check out the videos for them. So these are like what we call our dance videos. We have lyric videos for each of these. We have dance videos. We have tutorials to teach you how to do the dances. But so all of the songs now, they come with all of those videos. They come with the lyrics. They come with the chord charts. That we are committed to creating good music for kids ministry. So anyway, just wanted to mention all of the songs. You can browse them. You can preview them before you purchase them. So that is a little update on the music stuff. But yeah, shout out to Ruel, to Stacy and Steve, the Art Kids team over there. We are loving all the stuff you guys are doing.
Woohoo. Let's see. Where to go? Donnie wants to know, are the videos for elementary the same length and content? Yes, they're the same as what you saw in volume 8. So that format is like the new format featuring Stacy and Steve, and any like new videos that we make, we'll use that same general format.
And just to clarify on all of that, all of the same videos from volume 8, the same style videos. So the preschool videos are Callie's World in volume 8, same exact. So you have consistency in preschool. The elementary videos are Grow TV, same exact cast and crew. And those are consistent from volume 8 to volume 9. And same thing with our student 1-minute sermons. We are including those as well from the same team too. So we are, and shout out to everyone that we're working with. So you guys are amazing. We have amazing partners that we work with out there, and they're providing you like really, really quality stuff.
Yes. We love it. And our video partners for students are Rescue a Generation. If you're a youth ministry person, check them out. They're wonderful. And they do really cool stuff. They might also even come to your school and do some.
Rescue a Generation does some really cool ministry. So if you're looking for stuff for teenagers, they are a great resource to check out.
Okay, we have some questions about music. Let's see, 2 different people. Is music included with the curriculum, or is it an add-on? And if we were already using the songs, will we have to buy them again?
Yes. If you are a Grow subscriber, if you're a subscriber to either a previous subscriber or a new subscriber to the credit system, which we'll talk about, you get all of the tools and all of the music for free. That is all included. And if you're not a subscriber, you can purchase them one-off, just like any other resource.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Trennan is asking about planning cards. when do those get sent out? So we are doing a little shift in the planning cards that Kenny, you can talk about in a second, but you can get the printable versions in a couple of places. You're going to find the printable versions in the annual planning meeting guide when that is published, and you'll also find them in the strategy guide PDFs. Both of those are free, and you can get them there to print them. And they're like formatted so that you can print them on those like Avery business cards, the ones that are perforated, and then just like snap them out if you want to do it that way.
Yep. And we do have the physical deck as well. And so in the past, the way that it worked is when you renewed to a new volume, we just automatically sent them. We actually charged what we called a processing fee during the transaction. It was like a $20 processing fee. And that was just for the printing and the shipping of those cards. So everybody got them automatically. And the reason we did it that way in the past is because the volume was the volume. So we could just automatically ship it. We knew exactly what cards to ship you. Now this year, because we're doing the new mix and match system, you don't have to necessarily follow the volume 9 system. Mm-hmm. So instead of charging the $20 automatically and just shipping them, we now have them available on Amazon as a product for $20. And you can choose if you want the blank cards that you can write any resource on and put them on your calendar, or you can buy the ones that are pre-populated. Do they have the volume 9 stuff on them, or they just have other stuff on them?
They don't have volume 9 stuff because it's like you can use them no matter what, but they have like, there's like a more guided version and then a totally blank version. The more guided version is going to have stuff like, it'll have like your open house and your small group leader parent breakfast. It's going to have like the spiritual habit on the card, but not the activity title. So it's kind of like semi-guided.
Yeah. So you still get all the same cards, but they're just not, we didn't put the names of the resources on all of them, especially like the stuff like the series and the discipleship activities,
because if you don't want to do one,
you might use some other ones. So they are available, but they don't automatically get sent to you, and we don't automatically charge you for them anymore either. So they are available.
Opt in now.
Yeah, we are going to put them in the leadership section of the marketplace. I don't think they're there currently, but we're going to link them straight to Amazon. So when you click on that product, it'll take you to Amazon from the leadership product.
Yes. Question about the age group for the music videos. Are the music videos pointed at elementary age, or is it different for preschool?
Sorry, I was reading another question. What did you just say?
The music videos, is the target elementary or preschool or both?
Hey, and it could even potentially be older. Like this, like the music is actually spans, I think, a lot of age groups. Like I like a lot of this music. Like honestly, the some of these songs I love.
I know.
These
we were like
some
debating.
Of our favorite songs.
We're like, should we call it Grow Kids music? Because I feel like students would still like it too, but it's called Grow Kids music.
So, you know, you could use the lyric videos with any age. I think some of these songs probably feel younger than others. Some of them could probably be used for teenagers for sure, especially if you're just using the music or thus the lyric videos. But the dancing and stuff, it's really up to you. Whatever you think fits your context. I could totally see it working for preschool, elementary, and students, depending on the vibe and what you're trying to go for. So really check them out. You get to preview the videos and see what they're like and preview the songs. So we aim them.
Danny said target age is 75 plus.
Yeah, 0 to 75 plus. We like probably build them thinking like, okay, elementary schoolers for sure, we want to hit that target, but they could span up or down, I think, pretty easily.
And Linda just mentioned in the chat that preschool music is in the works. So more of that.
So we already have some preschool music and we'll be continuing to create more as well. But yeah, I think for the most part, most of our songs can probably span age groups, and then you can kind of listen to them and figure out what makes sense for your context.
Okay, this was actually a question from way earlier that we forgot to address. So some people are saying that when they go to the Grow website that they don't see the marketplace. If you are having that problem, it could be because you bookmarked the old dashboard and you just have to go to growcurriculum.org instead of going to what your little bookmark says.
Yeah.
Did I explain that right?
Yep. Growcurriculum.org is where the new marketplace lives. And if you're just like clicking an old link that we sent you or something that was directly to your dashboard, that will still go to the old dashboard. So that URL, that place has not changed, but now growcurriculum.org is updated. And then I mentioned before, I'll just briefly show you guys again really quick. If you need to access the previous dashboard, and you're looking for all of your other stuff, it is right here, Dashboard Classic, and it'll take you straight to the old dashboard. And you can see that's curriculum.stuffyoucanuse.org, and growcurriculum.org is the new marketplace.
Love it. Let's see. I don't see any more pressing questions. Guys, if you have questions, feel free to drop them. Do we want to talk a little bit about volunteer and parent resources?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Tell us about them.
Can they see the screen? They can see the screen right now, right?
They can see the screen.
So if you are either new to Grow, or maybe you've been with Grow, but you've never really explored the volunteer and parent resources, I just wanted to tell you that there's like some really cool stuff in there. I mentioned earlier, like just some hacks for like if you are either like launching Grow for the first time at your church, or like you want to kind of, get people like re-centered around the vision. I just want to give you a few hacks of like what you can find in here.
And this is what we did in our ministry.
Yes.
When Elle joined the middle school team that I was leading, we basically had no strategy around our volunteers.
I said,
it was like fledgling. It was like barely there. Elle came in and helped like revamp our entire strategy.
I said, it's a disaster here. Let me
well,
assist.
I had to worry about doing the speaking every week, the games, the worship.
So actually what's funny
we were in our young 20s.
We were little babies. So what's funny about the Grow strategy is like, you see, it's kind of color coded, and there's 6 main colors. And what's funny when I think about it is it's like, Kenny, you kind of had 3 colors to yourself and I had 3 colors to myself. So volunteers, parents, and discipleship, those are mine. And you kind of had teaching, events, and weekly environments. Yep. So we just split it right down the middle. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, I got to not look at the chat when I'm doing this. So if you are launching Grow for the first time, here are a few things that I would do. Number 1, I would do the volunteer kickoff. That kickoff event is going to come with a vision casting document that teaches your volunteers the Grow strategy in a way that is like volunteer friendly. Like they don't need to know like everything that you need to know as a church leader, but they need to know like the why behind like having this strategy in general. So it's going to package all of that for them in a volunteer friendly way. I would also get the volunteer meeting guides. If you go into the volunteer meetings, there are, you'll see the Grow strategy meeting in there as well. It's in both places. But there's also a really cool meeting in there that a ton of folks on our team like contributed to. And it's a meeting that is designed to help lead your volunteers through a significant ministry change. So that ministry change, it could be a lot of things. It could be like a new curriculum. It could be like you have a new ministry leader, or like you have a new ministry strategy, even stuff like, you're moving buildings or something. But in that volunteer meeting guide, it's going to walk your volunteers through this like process of like kind of lamenting the past, but also celebrating and dreaming about the future. It's like a really cool meeting. And I think that would work really, really well for folks who are switching to a new curriculum and maybe it feels scary. That's a great way to get your volunteers on board and to kind of lead them through it. And then if you also have parents who like, if you feel like might be a little jolted by starting a new curriculum, you can go to the family section. And there is a resource called Parent Discussion Groups and also Parent Meetings. And both of those resources are going to have some different discussion guides and outlines in there to help just like lead parents through this shift and help them understand like why it matters and all of that good stuff too. So check those things out if that is something that you are thinking about and processing.
Cool. All right. Let's look at the pricing and the new credits. So, okay, we have switched over to this credit system because we basically wanted to give you guys the opportunity to like get bulk discounts. Okay, so that way, and when you're a renewing subscriber, rather than like forcing specific resources or series on you, now we give you credit so you can kind of have freedom and flexibility to choose anything from the marketplace. So that was the easiest way for us to do it. So if you just want to do 1 credit a month, let's say you want to do a series a month or whatever you want to do, maybe mix and match. Like when I was a church leader, I used multiple curriculums. So I was kind of piecing things together from different places. So maybe if you're kind of that person, 1 credit a month is good for you too. You can grab something from Grow every month or wherever you're getting your things. 3 credits a month, that's like if you want to do like a series and then a discipleship activity and an event, or maybe throw in some volunteer and family resources every month. You can pick things up.
Yeah.
13 credits a year is good for teaching. So we did 13 a year because that equals 52 weeks of teaching. So every credit is kind of worth like 4 weeks of teaching. Okay, so 13 times 4, 52, and that's for under $1,000. You can get an entire year of teaching with these 13 credits. And you can kind of see the discounts here. You know, as they go up, you get higher discounts. So if you want 20 credits, and that's good. And I think we're going to change this to 21. I got a question from one of our growth strategists today. They're like, can we make it 21? Because then that's 13 series, 4 events, 4 discipleship activities, and that equals 21. That'd be like a great package. So Keegan, great idea. We're actually going to switch this to 21. If you already bought this, we'll make sure we'll add another credit to your account when we make that change. And then 50 credits. I just wanted to give people a larger amount. 50% discount. So, this is it. Like if you are doing something, let's say preschool and elementary, or maybe you're doing all 3, you're a family pastor or whatever the case might be. If you're like, hey, I'm going to need a lot of credits because I have multiple ministries I oversee, or as a church, we want to share them between our ministries, then you can get a 50% discount, get 50 credits, and you can use those for anything in the marketplace, from music to series, from teaching series to discipleship, events, family volunteers, everything. And so that would be the subscription for like multiple ministries. And then you can also, if you don't want to subscribe, you can just buy credits straight up. 1 credit for $97, like a 4-week teaching series is about $97 or is $97. And then, the more credits you buy, you get bigger discounts as you go. So that is how the credits work. And then, so once
and can you talk about when and where all of those Grow tools are included?
Yeah. So Grow tools are included if you subscribe at any level. So even if you're just a 1 credit a month subscriber, you get all of the tools for free. So the lesson builder, Grow slides, Grow hubs, all of that comes for free. Grow Games is free for everybody, whether you're a subscriber or not. But these 3 specifically, you can either subscribe to them for $9 a month. It's like $9.97 a month. Or you can subscribe to some credits and then you get everything. So no matter what subscription you're on, whether you're an existing subscriber or you're subscribing for the first time, we will throw all of these software tools in for free. We want to make sure, and all of the music is for free. We should actually add that here too. So you get all of the tools plus the music all for free if you are a subscriber. And then if you're just paying as you go, that's totally cool. But you don't get the tools or the music for free. That's all just included in normal pricing. And then I was also going to say too, like we mentioned in the past, earlier in this video, in this live stream, we never want to let money be the thing that stops you from getting resources for your church. So go ahead, reach out to our customer success team. They would be happy to figure out what discount works for your church and provide you a discount code to make it work if your church needs help with the budget. So just wanted to say that. You might be looking at these prices and be like, wow, these resources look amazing. I would love to use them, but they're a little out of our budget. Talk to us. We will work with you to make sure we fit something inside of your church budget. Cool.
Somebody was saying that they only see 9 series for preschool on the website right now. I'm not sure if that is just a glitch or not, but there is a whole year's worth of teaching.
So, okay, here's the thing. If you are on this page, you might only see 9 because you have to go to Marketplace and
if you're not logged in.
Preschool. No, not if you're not logged in, but like the homepage doesn't list more than 9. Like we have 9 slots on the homepage. If you go to the Marketplace page, there they all are. So you can see all of these and you can actually keep loading more. So if you go to the Marketplace, then click preschool, it will continue to give you all of the series. So these are all volume 9 ones. Anything you see with the new tag is volume 9. And then as we scroll down, we've got a couple that are coming soon. We've got a couple ones from previous volumes that are up here and ready to be purchased. So we got tons of preschool series available right now if you're looking for them. But the key is when you're on the homepage, we just have these slots for these 9, and then you can go to Marketplace and they'll show you all of the rest.
Love it. Awesome.
Cool. Any other questions coming through?
Let's see. I don't see any major. There's a couple questions about like little side quests, like Grow Habits app. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, Grow Habits app. Elle, you talk about it. You are the author of the Grow Habits app.
Well, I mean, I don't really know much about coding anything, but I can tell you the vision for the Grow
Yeah,
Habits
yeah.
app.
Well, that's what the people want to know.
Okay, I'll tell them
I
about
don't
it.
think they want the coding details, but they do want to know
They do have
how
a
to
question.
use it.
Here, read this question while I explain. So we have this app. It's called the Grow Habits app. It is free. And the purpose of this app is to give kids and teenagers and families a chance to like set goals for like spiritual habits that they want to practice. And then there's also kind of like a sharing feature where you can like see what your friends are doing. So you can set goals that we put in there, or you can make up your own where it's like, you know, I want to pray every morning. And then you can kind of get like streaks for like how many days in a row you do your little habits. It's very cute. We made like a discipleship activity around it that you can find. If it's not up now, it will be up at some point, but it's a discipleship activity that we actually made. Oh, you're gonna pull it up?
Yeah, here it is.
Great.
So this is kind of what it looks like. You've got all your little habits in here, and that's where you can track them. So you have custom ability, you can change colors and days and share them, make them public.
And they're organized by Grow's 4 spiritual habits. So you can kind of browse and be like, ooh, like what are some spend time with God habits? What are some share my story habits? And kind of build like a holistic kind of group of different spiritual habits that you can practice. So that is in there and available. And did you read the question?
Yeah. So, okay. The question was about, you need a phone number to sign up, and they have multiple kids and it's hard to get them signed up. So yeah, please drop that question to our customer success team. We have actually on the website, it should be up there right now. Let me see real quick if it's active. I know we were having some issues earlier today with our live chat. Yeah, the live chat's here. So go ahead and ask our team, and we will make sure to give that feedback to our team so that we can help fix that. Because I do understand that that's a problem. If you're trying to have multiple kids from the same household and they only have one phone number, how do you get them logged in? So we will try to help remedy that for you. So drop that there, and that'll go through our normal like feedback.
Yeah. And the Grow Habits app, our team wants to make some updates to that soon. So we're going to be revisiting that in the near future.
Updates always updating, always improving.
First of all, Kenny, we just need to say hi to a couple people. We need to say hi to Margot and Eloise. They are watching with their mom right now. Isn't that cool?
Wow. Hello, Margot and Eloise and your mom.
Are you guys going to be like youth pastors when you grow up? I hope so. That sounds so cute. Hi. Thanks for watching. You're so cool. Also, very important question. Was this from Jake? Jake wants to know, I think it was Jake. I lost it. Who's at the top of the leaderboard?
Ooh, okay. So here at, you can see the top 40 friends list we have here.
It's like MySpace top 8.
Yeah, yeah. So you see this little arcade on the wall. We have a little Flappy Bird game. If you're an old school like iPhone user or whatever, and you know Flappy Bird, it's just a really quick, like high score style game. And we thought it would be fun as friends come over the house. We put Flappy Bird on and we'll see how high they get. So the number one person on Flappy Bird is actually Danny from our team.
He already claimed it in the YouTube chat. If you are watching this live right now.
Our executive director of product strategy. So Danny, shout out. He is ruling the roost above me. So I live here. I don't even have a high score.
Kenny and I were like the top 2 spots for forever. And we, I guess, made the mistake of saying if somebody can beat us, then they own the company. And Danny was like, I'm on it.
Like,
so I guess
ready Player One style.
Exactly. So Danny's in charge now. Okay. So that was, let's see, what else do we have here? Cheryl wants to know, do you suggest specific months for each series? Yes, we do, but of course it is all flexible. And so we mentioned like we do have like a scope and sequence for volume 9 already. And so our customer success team will get that too. If you can't find it, just ask them. But we're also
and I think it's included in every volume 9 series. So if you download a volume 9 series, there is a planning folder inside of that series download.
I don't know if that's in there right now.
Okay.
That I'm thinking about it.
Well, we will make sure that it is. There's supposed to be, and there might be. I don't know off the top of my head either. We'll have to check.
It's launch day, guys.
Yeah. But the scope and sequence should come with every single series. And so especially for like that volume, like volume 9 series should have the volume 9 scope and sequence. I believe that's our strategy here. So you will see it inside of the series download. And if
you don't, just ask soon. Just ask the customers.
And our chat is always open and we'll hook you up with that as well. But aside from the volume 9 scope and series, right now we're working on a more generalized scope and series, since now you can mix and match and choose things, and it might be hard to figure out like what series goes where.
I'm kind of excited about it because I like DIY things, you know? And so I'm making this like kit that's like a DIY scope and sequence kit for you. So it's like teaching you the grow strategy, but giving you like fill in the blanks so that you can build it yourself and like figure out exactly which Sundays you're going to be teaching everything on, and all that stuff.
I did see a glimpse of it. It was pretty intense. It's got like
cute?
every single Sunday of the year listed.
With like the major holidays. Cause that's the word, like we have to do this every time we plan a volume of Grow, where it's like, okay, where is Easter Sunday this year? And so like, how do we make a series that like falls correctly there and also falls correctly on Christmas? It's like a whole math problem. So I'm trying to make a little nice
we try to do the math for you. We are here to do the hard work of figuring out the weeks in advance.
But if you want to do it yourself, I'm going to give you the step-by-step and it'll be so cute. It'll be so fun. So anyway, that's all.
Cool. Any other questions?
Oh, I'm in the wrong thread. Hang on. Let's see. Nope. Danny says, send them my email. I don't know why. I don't know what we were talking about. Let's see. Okay, somebody says, I'm a little confused by the annual credits. Preschool and elementary used to be one subscription. Are they separate now, etc.?
Okay, yeah. So if you're an existing Grow subscriber, just let us know if you want preschool and elementary. We'll hook you up with both so you have enough credits to get both. And then if you are a new subscriber, they are separate. So now you will have to buy preschool separate from elementary. But if you are an existing subscriber, you get them packaged together. So that is the deal with that. So yeah, if you have any questions, the chat is always open. They'll make sure they hook you up and get you the stuff that you were currently subscribed to and continue to get.
Someone wants to know, when will we get our credits? Because my subscription renews today.
Okay, then I believe you should see the credits whenever your subscription renews. So I know like sometimes it's certain times a day. Like if you bought Grow at like 2:39
p.m.
Yeah, I think that's when it actually renews. So whenever your renewal actually like that transaction happens, if you see the transaction happen, then you should be getting your credits. So if you don't see your credits, please let us know. Like we were saying, this is launch day and we're in a brand new website. So there's always going to be glitches.
But we will fix them.
Yeah, we are super responsive. Our development team is like on call and waiting for any issues that might come up and ready to help fix them. So if you see something that looks like it might be a problem or an issue,
don't just like go cry in a corner or something. Just be like, help, and we will say okay, and we will help you. It'll be so great. Let's see. Okay, yes, if you buy, thank you, April. If you buy it at 11:11, it's extra blessed. You get bonus miracles or something that come with it.
All right, guys. Well, we've been here for over an hour and we're now an hour and 18 minutes. So
I thought we were just going to stay here forever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's more questions, we'll answer them, but I don't see any new questions popping up. You guys are amazing, for real. Thank you so much to the church leaders out there. You guys are like every single week ministering to kids and families in your community. And we're just so like happy that we can come alongside and help in any way that we can to help resource you guys and serve you guys. So thank you for the work you're doing.
And we're so excited to see like what you do with all of these new series and discipleship activities. You guys always like level them up and like add your own creative spins to them. And we love that.
Yes,
and
please share those images, those pictures, those videos in the Facebook groups. If you don't know about our Facebook groups, stuff you can use kids ministry and stuff you can use youth ministry Facebook groups, go find them, sign up for them. There's so many amazing leaders in those Facebook groups sharing ideas, sharing how they're using Grow or even other resources that'll give you ideas for your own ministry. And they're so helpful. I love just seeing people ask questions and all the advice and help from the ministry leader community out there. So you guys are amazing. And also wanted to thank the Grow team. Guys, you are amazing. There's content people, there's like writers and editors, there's reviewers, church leaders like you guys out there that are reviewing everything. We've got our development people, we've got people that are working on all sorts of graphics and videos, and like it takes an entire team to put this stuff together. So thank you to those people. You guys are amazing too. We love working with you. And all right, I think that is it. We are wrapping up the Volume 9 launch party. You guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Let us know how we can make your life easier, and we'll talk to you later.